Want to do a quick crypto update. Notice that the Telos volume, trade volumes, is going way up. Telos was a fork of EOS, so it's on the EOSIO software. They implemented a layer 2, basically of zero knowledge proofs, which is going to allow more kind of AI related stuff and more gaming related stuff. They had previously, which I reported on previously, that they had the EOS EVM, or sorry, the Telos EVM for Ethereum virtual machine code, and that it functioned really well. It was really smooth. It was really fast. And, if you've been on some of the other EVMs, whether it be Avalanche, Phantom, and stuff like that, it's been a good experience. Binance Smart Chain, good experience. All that kind of stuff. But the fees were way lower on Telos, and everything was way faster because it's half-second block times. So the zero knowledge proofs, this layer 2, could really kind of spur on a lot of gaming. They have some kind of partnership with Elixir, which I guess is a US-based gaming company, and they do a lot of stuff in Europe and stuff like that. So there could be some of these play-to-earn games kind of popping out on the Telos blockchain. And like I said, the trade volumes have went way up. So something's up. So someone clue me in. Is there a particular app? Is there like, a killer game out there that you've seen pop up that everybody's jumping on board right now? Let me know. I know there's a lot of the people from kind of the EOS Telos community, a lot of the delegated proof of stake people, they're still around. Subscribe to this channel. So let us know. Also, one thing, you might want to circle back around on play to earn games that were built on Ethereum. Even though it seemed like that was dead and gone, something like Axie Infinity, I was seeing the Ethereum fees getting down to about 5 or 6 cents per transaction. So obviously less transaction volume, and the fees have went way down. So it might not encumber you as much to actually interact with Ethereum at this given time. Now, all that could change if we really start cranking hard and we go really crazy parabolic with Bitcoin and Ethereum and just crypto in general. All that could change. And there's various different things that I'm going to mention kind of later here that are sort of positives and negatives, because we're in this very weird state economically and crypto wise. And so it's hard to sort of sort this out, like where are we going? The news that Robert Kennedy Jr. was endorsing Trump, that he's suspending his presidential bid, all that was positive news, because people think that in combination, they're both bullish on crypto, that this would give Trump the win, the landslide. And if it was a true, honest vote, it would be a landslide, guys. It would be a landslide. Anecdotally, and you can just see from a lot of the different things, I would just think that Harris would get maybe 25 or 30% of the vote, that it would come in around there. I mean, you've got someone who's supposed to be the vice president, but she's scared to give any kind of interview or anything, and then she's running for president, and then she's just basically kind of acting like she hasn't been in office here for the last 3.5 years, won't give interviews, really won't tell her position on anything. So it's kind of obvious they're setting it up. They don't feel like they need to explain themselves. They're just setting it up to rig it. And you could say there's a lot of people that are uninformed and in the United States and stuff like that, but I mean, come on, to what capacity are you going to have? What percentage of those people are just going to be diehard and they're just going to vote that way? And I would say it's like maybe 20%, 25, maybe 30 that you have going that way. But at some point, that's not really going to kind of play. So how does that affect crypto? If they obviously get in and they do some of these things like fire Gary Gensler, if they can actually get that accomplished, which is tough because you have to have Senate approval, I guess, to fire him. But usually the president is able to appoint, the head of the SEC. And Kamala had said that, well, she was just going to put Gary Gensler back in, I guess she had said that. So that being said, that's very unpopular in the crypto world. So Robert Kennedy Jr. and Trump, that's very kind of positive towards that. Pendulum is swinging back the other way. We saw the Telegram founder get arrested in France. A lot of people are calling this, you know, a really, really bad look for freedom of speech related stuff. And, you know, Elon has been fighting this stuff. He's pulled his offices out of Brazil. He's done different things of, you know, pulling different stuff out of the Bay Area. He's probably going to leave, you know, left with like Tesla, and then left California, and then also Twitter. He'll probably yank Twitter headquarters out of there, or X, whatever you want to call it. So there's a lot of that stuff going on. TON had dropped 20% because of this whole arrest of their founder in France, and then Rumble CEO actually got out of Europe kind of secretly and got out of there because he was scared of the same type of ramifications that they were going to try to arrest him. So we're in very, very weird times, and we have been for a long time, but this was most notably seen obviously during the scamdemic, during the 2020 election, that freedom of speech, was very, very, very much in jeopardy. So that being said, I think more and more people are getting, obviously becoming more and more privy to this, and don't like the way things are going, both in the United States and worldwide. So some of the play to earn games, though, like I said, they definitely are worth a look. Even stuff that was built on Ethereum, whether that's Axie Infinity or some other things, there could be an opportunity to get in there. Somebody comment below if they are an Axie Infinity and you think that there's actually some value there, and if it's kind of worth your time. Now, the Hive blockchain, there's a lot of play to earn games on the Hive blockchain. Most notably is Splinterlands, a battle card game, kind of like Magic the Gathering. Maybe that's a poor description of it, but that's the closest thing I can kind of describe it as. I've never been into that type of game, but I know a lot of people are into the game, and there's a lot of people that has been their interaction with the Hive blockchain. They're not really necessarily blogging or interacting with some of the other stuff. So there is that opportunity. And then just on various different ecosystems, whether it's Solana, whether it's Polygon, there's a lot of play to earn related games that are starting to roll out. So if you look at some of the YouTubers that are doing videos on these and they're reviewing them, they're going to have a lot better idea that's a little bit more current, because that's more their thing. Their focus is more on kind of the gaming aspect. So Telos, if you're into the gaming, swing back around on Telos, and the Zero Knowledge Proofs could allow for more gaming, AI, and other things, and it's got very, very fast finality just because its base structure is half-second block times, and there's a lot of value there. So right now on CoinGecko, it's around 300. It's like around 360th on CoinGecko, so it's not a first page thing, but if it surges back and the gaming narrative picks up, see, we haven't had, the gaming narrative's always been around, literally since 2013, 2014. There was actually supposed to be a Shaq Fu game that was made on the Quark blockchain way back in like 2013, 2014. And there's even like some video clips of him even talking about that, and it never happened. So gaming has always been a thing, every single cycle, and it never fully, I wouldn't say never fully gets there, but this premise of having a metaverse, this premise of, sort of like this kind of all-encompassing ecosystem and having the funding to sort of actually build that has never kind of fully come to fruition. But we do have some of the components in place. A legitimate metaverse could be built on ICP. And then you kind of question, could a legitimate metaverse be built on the Hive blockchain or on Telos? And I would say yes, it could be. The data storage would have to be off-chain, whereas with ICP, it would be on-chain. It could be on-chain. And you really could actually build a legitimate metaverse, but are you going to have are you going to have the funding and stuff to be able to do that? Are you going to get the funding? So that's a big thing about these ecosystems is like actually getting funding and getting the right team together and stuff to actually kind of build the whole thing out. So, and then it's hard to have, once you even get it built, do you have, you know, is there enough revenue coming in from this structure to actually perpetuate you forward? You could have a failing blockchain, but have, I want to say failing, but I would say like a blockchain that's maybe decreasing in market value over time compared to other cryptos, like it's losing ground against Bitcoin and Ethereum, but you yourself could actually still have, you know, profitability and stuff in that ecosystem. And I've seen that before in various different models. So that being said, I would say swoop around with the play to earn games if you're looking to earn crypto. And some of the stuff that was on Ethereum, there could be a window here to sort of get in. And if we haven't completely went crazy parabolic, there could be an opportunity here for a bit to pick back up on those games, and that you would actually not just be totally stuck on there or totally locked up to where you can't get your assets off. That being said, guys, what play to earn games are you guys seeing out there? And is there something on Telos that has came out where people are chasing after Telos to pay for gas fees to play some sort of game? What has it been? Or are people running these AI engines and so they need Telos to pay for gas fees? What is it? Because it's really spiked. I mean, maybe it was like $2 million trade volume a day, and then now it's over like $25 million trade volume a day. So it's increased quite a bit. That being said, as a meme play, I'd mentioned this before, but FWOG, FWOG, was one of the memes that I saw that I laughed. You know, it's like baby talk for frog. And it hit all-time highs yesterday. I do see more upside. I am holding. And we'll kind of see what happens. It's on Solana. And, you know, it kept hitting the kind of top gainers thing on CoinGecko. So more and more people were kind of picking up on it. We'll see what happens with that. Any other memes that you guys are buying, anything you guys see. All that being said, follow me on all social media at Brian Phobos, YouTube, Instagram, Steam, at Twitter, Hive, DTube, Blurt, everywhere.